guys. Oh, fudge. Okay. Oh, exercising. Going. Delivery. Getting some other work done at the house. Gosh, let me. Think about that. I guess I find a dirty shirt, but it's not too dirty. So you aren't staring at me the whole time shirtless. It doesn't actually smell that bad. Let me smell under the armpits. See if I need to wash it again. I won't wear it more than twice. It's just not the plan. It smells fine. It actually smells like the deodorant. Does not smell like sweat on that side. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, so this definitely might be usable one more time. Oh, once I have a real washing machine. Yeah, one shot every day. Two. Oh, shit. Kick off. Fudge. Oh, fudge. Dude. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Oh, my body hurts so bad. Okay, this one desperately needs to be washed again, but I put it in the mini washer like twice, so it actually smells good, but it has like deodorant stains on it, so it's like not the most. I mean, I go to the beach shirtless, so it doesn't have to be perfect here. I don't need until the exercise really proves the weight of what I've been doing. It's not exactly. Now what? Where's my pain medication? Oh, right here. Poor people pain medication. Oh, my lower back hurts. Oh, okay. It's very warm. Got my silly socks on. Yeah, sure. Like dress shirts, I'll wear more than once. Ooh. A little rough. Oh, dead skin. Yeah, I need to get a foot skin peeler. But the lotion's helping a little bit. I need to peel the dead skin off and like then rub the lotion in. And keep doing that on like a regular basis. this far into the week. Ooh. That's a lot of heat. Got my feet all day. Ouch. Got my Oreo socks on. Oh, fudge. Ouch. I have I think I have a roller somewhere. I need to get another one. Or find the one I lost. One thing. If you ever give or receive massages, one thing people, it's hard to do it to your own fingers. Feet are a little bit easier. But finger massages, the last portion of the finger, there's a term for that, I'm not sure what it is. Rubbing each one. You can also get the middle sections. What if I could? You're massaging. And of course palms can be it's much more difficult when you're doing it yourself. Massaging the tips. It is much more easy. It's much easier to give a massage. You can do the same thing with the toes, the tips. There's a lot of dead skin in here. I gotta really take care of it. I'll do a better job of cutting my nails too. And you get the middle sections to the toes. The middle section as well. Ow, my back. And then you can do it like that. A lot of people use lotion for that. Personally, if you don't use lotion, there might be more friction, which can also produce heat. There are massage lotions. Just Shelly would use a lotion on me that would produce heat. You can do that too. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Oh, it's upper and lower now. Of course, the lower is the worst, but it does not help. Oh, fudge. I've made a lot of poor decisions that have led to back pain. Of course, the lower back pain, the worst part of it, is unavoidable. But yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, using the thumbs like this can be really good, especially if you apply. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if you can see it. One thumb, one thumb, one thumb, one thumb, one thumb. So if you were giving yourself or somebody else a massage, that can be good. And yeah, if you don't use lotion, it can produce heat from the friction, which if you do it too fast it can actually hurt somebody or yourself. But also if you use there's a lotion, like I said, a massage oil that my Giselle, she used that will produce heat too. You can also do the ball motions on the ball area of your foot, the ball areas, the sides, the middle. And you can get, if you can, it's not always easy, but you can try to reverse, and then the circular motions. I just done it right. Yeah, like that. Or you could do similar motions, and you can also alternate. Another good place, so besides hands, fingers, toes, feet, the ball of your feet, even like your heels. Actually, that feels good. That's another thing too. You can take your fingers, point them, and especially your thumbs, and produce pressure. Which can often reduce a lot of stress in your muscles. I need someone to do that with my back. I need to get a back massage because my back is in extreme pain, especially since I'm exercising it. But another part, especially with your thumb, you can use part of your finger, or you can use the tip of your finger or the side of your finger. But massaging the earlobes can really reduce a lot of stress. And I think it's because a lot of those nerve endings are associated with parts of your head, and possibly because they're so close to the brain. And it might hurt a little bit, especially in certain parts, especially if you push too hard, especially if you have like an ear infection like I do at the moment. But doing the ball motions with the ears, applying pressure, both can be, on the earlobes, can be very good. Of course, other parts of the ear. But it seems to reduce pressure and stress, not just in the ears, obviously. I mean, the same thing is true with the feet or any other part of the body, but especially, oh wow, the acoustics. When I put my earlobes like this and blocking off with my hands, I'm noticing, since I'm speaking while I'm doing this, the acoustics are very different. The sound waves are approaching my ear drums very differently. But it seems the earlobes especially, and of course the sides of the ears, can also give immense release right afterwards. But the earlobes in particular, I think, well, actually other parts of the edge of the ear, I think, can be very important, and the ear in general. But it does seem that at times, if you apply pressure to the earlobes and the circular motions, right, apply pressures, seems to take a massive amount of stress off of the individual. Now, if you're like me and you have foot pain, back pain, knee pain is a little more difficult to deal with, but like foot pain and back pain, massaging can help, chiropractic can help, surgery can help, but yeah, massaging those areas can produce immense relief because you're helping to alleviate the muscles and the muscular tension. And even with lower back pain, here's part of the problem. Obviously, it's associated with disc not being aligned. In my case, it was a car accident. In one of my friends' cases, it was from having children, and that apparently affecting the disc alignment. There's a lot of things. It's not uncommon for human beings. We're the tallest. Out of all the apes, we stand the most upright out of all the great apes. So it's not unheard of for Homo sapiens to have an incredible amount of back complications in many situations. Much more common than with other great apes, to my knowledge. But the thing is, with lower back pain, yes, without back surgery or something extreme, and sometimes back surgery is not even on the table, sometimes medication, whatever, you're not going to get rid of it entirely. But from my experience, muscular tension is only, I think, going to increase the probability of the pain occurring more severely and more often. And here's why I think that is. Because when there's muscular tension in other parts of the back from other reasons, I think those tightened muscles, I think, pull on the muscles or the nerve endings around the problematic area from the unaligned plates, right? So when your bone structure is out of line in your back and it's causing pain because it's pinching nerve endings, what is probably going to make it worse, I think, is if the muscle tension is pulling so tightly that it's moving around those nerve endings in that problem area. Therefore, obviously, upper back pain, mid back pain, and even other muscular problems, maybe even in the lower back, I think can all contribute potentially to causing a much more problematic scenario for your lower back than you normally would have had otherwise. Not that the pain won't be there regardless, but there are certainly things that can make the pain worse. A more obvious example would be like you bump your back or you bend over or you fall over or something. Yes. But yeah, like the muscle tension in other parts of the back, I believe also, and based on my own observations, that seems to be true. If I can relax the muscle tension, the muscular tension, things like alcohol, nicotine, seem to substantially aid in my ability to not feel the pain as sharply. Is the pain there every day constantly? Of course it is. Are there ways to alleviate the problem? Also true, yes. You're not going to fully alleviate it. I meant to say mitigate, not alleviate. You're not going to fully alleviate it in most cases, I don't think. Short of surgery or maybe very severe medication, I don't know that you're really going to be in luck. Like for me, this is something I have at this point had to deal with for like the last what? Since I was what, like 21, something like that. Ouch. Even coughing actually hurts my lower back. So my upper back is like in severe pain from exercising I've been doing recently. Yeah, I really need like an upper back massage. Lower back massages can actually be dangerous for me because of the disc unalignment. Lower back. So I think Giselle gave me like a lower back massage and caused severe pain to my lower back because of the discs not being aligned. And I need to really get another doctor to really take a look at it and see what they could possibly do in terms of surgery. Problem is with the nerve endings there is they're associated with other parts of the body, and of course potentially with consciousness, as consciousness has often been associated with the cardiovascular system. So back surgery can be dangerous potentially for paralysis for one, but also possibly for the continuity of consciousness as it is. Of course, the latter is more philosophical, but not without potential scientific grounding as well. Is it more hypothetical? Absolutely. Is it stronger hypothetical suggestion than other hypotheses? I would say 100% yes. So let me get my medication. Poor people medication. Oh, fudge. Poor people medication. I haven't even got a single like yet. Oh, come on, yo. Oh, fudge. Oh, shit. Dude. Well, $2 just went down the drain, basically. They got knocked over. I don't like to drink a whole beer, but what I might end up doing, I just got to get more cups with lids on them, something to throw in there that I'll keep these because I'll drink. Yeah, there was like almost half a beer in there, and it just all spilled over the place. It's ridiculous. I don't even know if there's any more beer left in there. I'm actually kind of tempted to go out and get some, because I am in a lot of pain. Actually, I don't think there is anymore. That was it. Okay. Unless she moved them somewhere, which she might have. I'm not saying. By the way, I'm not saying she's evil or anything. I'm just saying she might have moved them. I'm also saying that might have been the last beer that just spilled everywhere. Shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake. If she did move them, I have no idea where she would have. I might have just drank them all. Checked out. Just want a nice cold beer. To have the pain. I might have to go with that though. A little sip might be all I can get. I could go out, but the problem is I can't keep spending all my money on beer. I just wait till Monday or Sunday. Sorry, Sunday or Monday to, yeah. No, I said it right. Yeah, Sunday or Monday to get some more. Shiitake. Hey. Okay. Yeah, I'm not anticipating a whole lot of viewers right now. Oh, shiitake. Oh, gosh. Okay. Dude. Gosh, dude. I always have my nicotine, but that's probably not the best thing. The beer's probably a little bit healthier. I think Dad calls that a misnomer. It's like both are unhealthy, so it's not healthier. Linguistically, I would say that's not necessarily the case, but depending on how one looks at it, Dad's not necessarily wrong. But depending on how one looks at it, he's not necessarily right. Depending on the perspective that's being applied. So. There was a pair of underwear that got particularly sweaty, so I think what we're going to do is first load. Oh, fuck, I just got to hurry this up. Underwear. Oh, fuck, dude. Shit. Hockey. Also, pray for a friend of mine, please. I know she's going through some severe depression. Poor dude. Yeah, we're just gonna throw all that socks, some underwear. Or there's another pair outside that should be dry by now, but I could tell it didn't get washed out properly. Actually, I probably already threw it in the paint. It smells like a little mildewy. The mildew smell isn't necessarily going to, yeah, it's going to happen anywhere. People are regularly washing clothes, typically. Some extent. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. In comfortable family settings, it's not uncommon. And in many settings, it is not uncommon. Is it avoidable? Absolutely it is. But it's also not uncommon. And there's often that kind of homeliness that comes with it. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to turn your attention over here, my friends. You all ready for this? Let's we're gonna underwear. First load in. Pee. Severe painful on the exercise. I think 3 days and then pausing is probably actually not a bad idea. Probably not a bad idea, actually. Holy fast. I was hoping there's more beer, but whatever. Chardonnay. I I go through pretty extreme efforts to make sure I get kosher alcohol. Easier said than done. In some case, well, with Chardonnay, it's easier said than done. Chardonnay, yeah, most Chardonnays you come across are not going to be kosher certified. With beers, yeah, the beer companies took the incentive pretty well. They seem to have taken it with a heart of, yeah. Because, like, Angry Orchard, to my knowledge, is kosher certified. Budweiser. Now, Mike's Hard, I don't think is, actually, based on my knowledge. I don't believe Mike's Hard is kosher certified. Interestingly, right? Interestingly. I didn't have that stuff when I was younger, though. I liked Mike's Hard, but back when I was younger, that stuff was new, too. It wasn't like it was a well-established thing or anything. What on earth am I forgetting, dude? Getting something. I don't even know what the flapjacks I came in there for. Gee golly, oh, I have no idea what the flapjacks I went in there for. No flapjacking idea. Jewish! Holy. My body is screaming, dude. My body is flipping screaming. Y'all can stay with me for the reverence if you'd like. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Oseh maaseh barashir. Blessed are you, Adonai, King of all existence, doer of action since the beginning. Baruch atah Yehoshua HaMashiach melech hamelechim ve'emet ha'olam. Blessed are you, Jesus, the Anointed One, truth of existence. Amen. Okay, so the underwear in there, we'll get whatever we get done, Okay. Fabric softener. Now the one underwear definitely needs to be washed. It might not be the last time washing it, but that one was, yeah, summertime, wore it to bed, should not have done that this time of year. I mean, it might sound gross, but much better go without this time of year kind of thing, type stuff. Unless you do have a washing machine. Not a Temu washing machine, like a real washing machine. So, nice. Yeah, I might let you guys go in a little bit. I think I'll keep you guys with me, I think, while I do some cooking. He doesn't want to move, I gotta force it to move. How much pain I'm in. Force myself. That should be good. Okay. The goal is to actually wash more clothes than I use in a day. So 2 socks, 1 boxer, 1 pair of shorts or pants, 1 shirt, and then 1 more other item. So essentially 6 items at least. I've been doing it pretty faithfully. Once the other one comes in the mail, it's going to be twice as fast potentially. Might have to get another the Dollar Tree, another multi-outlet up here. But it's doable. Working the way the power surge is, I have to make sure that nothing else can plug in here when I'm doing that. But there's a choice. Figure all my underwear that day being washed. Ready to dry. It's lovely. I don't know. I do know. Eventually, I think, once I get the clothes washed and everything, I think I will get to a point where I might just wash. I don't know. Once both washers are here, things are twice as fast. I might be able to go through a week of clothes, but it just takes so long. Alright? So why not wash everything in the night at night, but I might do something where I just wash like one thing. Like the shirts or the pants. And let the rest of it accumulate in the hamper. And then at the end of the week, spend some time doing the rest of it. The problem is how time consuming it still is. But it's a lot better than nothing. Having something like this. This thing is wonderful. Getting too sooty. Or something gets stuck. Something gets stuck in there. I see it gets stuck. I don't know, the real answer is just finding like an actual wash machine, because doing that once a week, probably twice a week, more realistically. You figure, all told, you're looking at like an hour and a half, 3 hours a week. Because like depending on the size, I end up getting. Because you can put like a ton. Now, we do put a massive wash machine here, but like one of the thinner ones, absolutely. The thinner ones, the tall ones, which would probably do, yeah, I'd probably looking at like twice a week washing clothes. I don't know. Whatever the case, I'll figure it out eventually. But these things are nice though. These things are very helpful. These things actually get the grime out. These things are good. These things are good. one, it's coming up a little red. Not socks. You gotta have a nice sock drawer. They do like any of my clothes, whether boxers, socks, pants. You can add a little bit of flair with your undergarments, for sure. And other areas like my seat. There are different ways to add color. Without ruining an outfit or anything. I mean, some outfits even necessitate that. Oh, baby. She moved your water jug. Here, let me get you some water, Jack. You need to be able to drink water, buddy. You know what I mean, Jack? You can't not have water. You're going to burn your tail, buddy. That's the incense right there, honey. Jack. Hey, baby. Jack. I saw him earlier guarding the water, too. And he knew someone was going to take it away. Sure enough, she took it away. I think, maybe I did. I think she did, though. It might have been me, though. Right here, Jack. You can't take a cat's water away. That's crazy. Not having it on the floor is wise. Or putting it realistically, we just need to organize things. If this area was organized, we'd probably have a place for it. Perfect, nice and stuff. Under there would be fine. He would be able to reach under there. As far as I know, he doesn't have any physical problems. He can get under there, little buddy. Couldn't you, Jack? Come here, right here. Get your booty over here, buddy. Come on. Okay, we got this. Almost done. Come on. Jack, come on. Get your booty over here. Come on. Jack, look. See how I'm trying to communicate to you? Right, buddy. Out of the incense there. You don't want to get near the incense, but you do want to be near me. I got it. I understand it, buddy. Incense is scary. I get it. I mean, it kind of is. You burnt yourself on it before. I wouldn't be a big fan of it either. Burning myself on something. It just smells so good, doesn't it, that one down here? Go to a Hindu place or an Arab place, you're going to get good incense. Often. Not so much the Arabic places, a lot of rich Arab countries, but you go to a Indian place, like a Hindu place, odds are you're going to get good prices. They mostly sell it on their own, and a lot of their own aren't making a ton of money. I'm starving. Holy fudge. Oh, there are tomatoes, fudge. I didn't even buy them all. All the vegetables are on sale. I might actually just use regular mustard. I so rarely use regular mustard. Thing is, though, that I haven't used it in so long, but it's actually become the treat. Interestingly enough, whereas the other mustards used to be the treat because it was a rare oddity, the inverse has now occurred. Which is kind of fascinating. And while I'm still getting loads done, I am going to start cooking. No more exercises tonight, I don't think, though. Okay, so let's do this. Not that I don't enjoy it, but it's just my pain. I'll be so grateful when I can lay down. It's still soapy, let me see. It's a little soapy. Yeah, I can do one more rinse of that, especially when the other underwear did not come out as clean as I desired it to. So I'll do one more rinse. Maybe. Yeah. Grab this one and here's some of my spice to use. There was a particular spice missing. Rotisserie chicken. Let's see, no. Dill seed actually can add flavor. Nutmeg, no. And paprika wouldn't be bad. Chives. That might be too strong. Kosher salts. Yeah, most salt is kosher. There's actually a specific ounces. If you know your history, you know. Garlic, actually, yeah. Garlic would be good. Not having luck, you dice. Ouch. I can use that. Particularly looking for, I don't see here. I'm not going to spend all night looking for it right now. Let's see here. could use warm water, but it's too much of a risk. And some clothes in warm water can be dangerous, so I just use cold water and everything. Does it always get the dirt out? No. But some clothes you don't get the dirt out. So, yeah. It's still better than hand washing. Just wipe the dirt out that way anyway. Other way, still one up from other ones. Cold the time I go up the top. Okay. Now, so before I prepare everything, let me grab cheese that I will mix with it. It actually is kosher. At least many people consider kosher milk. Not dairy and eggs. Eggs. Some people, some communities consider it. I think even theologically. Eggs to be meat. From a biological standpoint, a lot of people would say it's not. I think most people looking at it from a biological perspective would say it is not. Even within scientific communities, how we define meats is very relative. Many people do not define, for example, fish as meat. But like if we're talking about just the flesh of organisms, yes. Yes, fish would count. So it's pretty diverse. There's a very diverse. Where did I put my tomato at? There's a relative diversity in terms of what people consider meat. And for a lot of people, eggs is a gray area. But to my knowledge, I don't think most rabbis would consider eggs meat in the context of mixing dairy and meat. So, cheeseburger, not kosher. Cheese and eggs should be fine, to my knowledge. Don't quote me on that. And if you are trying to follow a kosher diet, I would highly suggest you look it up and don't trust what I say. But to my knowledge, it's okay. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying, based on my understanding, I'm in the clear. I have no idea where that tomato went, though. Yeah. Let's see. I got pushed somewhere. It probably did. I just can't bend over, so I can't really get a good look in there. That's it. I was really hoping to get some tomato in there. Fudge. There's gotta be tomato. I want tomato. I know I want tomato. That's it. No, I don't bag it. I usually put it in a plastic thing. That's usually the extent of it. Because they were on sale. The Roma tomatoes too. I was looking forward to that. A little luxury. I don't get a whole lot. I don't even know if I've ever eaten a Roma tomato. And if oh, it's probably in here because there's my limes. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, thank heavens. Okay, I think I pushed back. Okay, there it is. I think I got two of them actually. Even better. Actually, no, the lime Let me grab the limes. So they were on sale. They were like, what was it, 15 cents? Something crazy. Yeah, they're like 15 cents. I got like 8 of them or something like that. Really good price. Insanely good price. Insanely good price. Let me see what my percentage is. My telephones. 54. Switch energy to my vape. A painkiller. People are like, oh, it's too tart, it's too this, it's too... People, B-I-T-C-H, complain about everything. It's ridiculous. You got to learn to be comfortable with extremes. You're not just comfortable with extremes. Enjoy life for all it is. Otherwise, you're going to end up dying without ever having lived. It's too cold, it's too warm. It's like, man, what does make you happy? Shut up. Ain't nobody got to listen to all that baloney. And the tartness is good. If you're tired, it wakes you up. It's really good. Just because I say that limes are really good for you doesn't mean you should only be eating limes. I know someone who had the incredibly foolish notion he heard that something was like really good for you and he ended up only eating that thing and it wasn't good for you. Like, no kidding, it wasn't good for you. You have to have diversity in diet. It doesn't take very long to observe if you've ever had to live on limited food resources that start diversifying your diet, you start having more energy, you start feeling good. It's like, at the end of the day, it's so pivotal when we are able to afford it that we diversify our diet. But it's good to have a good, healthy portion of fruits. Tomatoes, limes, lemons, bananas, pineapples. Out real quick. Making meals and preparing meals, it makes life simpler, you know. If that were true, you'd only have one thing to buy, one thing to make. human body and existence is not that simple. Thankfully so. It's good to be able to have diversity in diet. And taste. You're not going to find this. not stinking yet. That's that wrong, but that's how we keep it stinking. Washing your clothes real regularly now. That's over your clothes, including before another kind of summer heat. That kind of a mess. Even in the summertime, especially if you're at a relative that does your time, probably safe. Not washing it. You probably go without 3 days without washing it, 4 days, 5 days, but at some point, you still got to make regular washes. This one will do a little bit good. Ouch. Ah. Probably does. Apparently, it's a little bit of that. Like I said, this one doesn't really stink. It's just a little bit. It's probably fine. Hot water on the tooth. Wash my hands again. It's gonna be 5. Oh yeah. I don't need to wash one more pair of clothes anyway. I gotta force myself to get this done. I can't lose momentum. I have to always wash the clothes that I wear today until they're all clean, basically. That's just no, that is it. That is the goal. Until they're all clean. Once all the clothes are clean, then maybe I can pick it up. Even then, because you see that's like one vest, just one vest. I might be able to put like 6 pairs of undergarments and maybe socks and like boxers. I might be able to do that. I might be able to do more than that with the pouch I have back there, but that's the thing. That's what I might stop doing as much. I might need the let's see. Weeks time. 14 pairs of socks. And 14 socks, 7 underwear, so what is that, 21? And if I do 5 at a time, we're looking at like 2 hours of washing clothes, potentially. Potentially not that bad. The other one arrives, it's like a half an hour to 1 hour, yeah. But I still like washing them every night, would be the best thing. Once all the clothes are washed, just wash the clothes I wore every night. And these shorts maybe I'll find a shirt, maybe even this one, that'll be like my permanent, this is what I wear when I'm home. Kind of thing. Right? Bell pepper would be really good cooked. I don't know if I want it to taste too strong, bell pepper, but bell pepper. Oh, so good. Bell pepper, when diced, can be really good in a salad too. Love it. second diced. My friend. Doesn't like it. She ain't gonna eat it. I'll probably give her a tiny bit and ask her what she thinks. See it, can you? Here, hold on. Do it this way. There we go. Soap in the counter. It's always a, never know. You never know. It's always a good thing. You don't want to absorb it. Things like tomatoes, they're still potentially growing, trying to survive after they've been plucked, so you don't want them to interact with things that are going to be dangerous. Drop something, it's pretty soft. Drop it on the floor, it would be different, especially since I made this one. A little bit of it. For a friend of mine, if I dropped it on the floor, well, it wouldn't even matter because that stuff in there is going to be used for this one. It's going to be used for this 30 years. But, I don't know. It's going to be fine. No. One more thing. I can do that. That is not the end of the world. Standalone, which I might end up eating that way. I don't want to touch bread and all that, but I don't want to say something soon. I do like a mouthful of flavor and different flavors, different textures. Not everybody likes that. So, I don't know if I think I do both. If we're making a whole lot, I'm only going to use, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot. sesame oil, Thailand. Just a little bit of that on there. Should a little more. Just ensure the integrity of the pan. A little bit, tiny bit of vegetable oil there. Base. Some hot peppers. Mixing with it. Make sure I have some. What's next for now? Juice for the base. Now the hots, you might think, oh, it's going to be so spicy. No, it's not. It's not enough. The other flavors and everything else I was putting in here, it'll add to the flavor, but it's not going to be like super spicy. Now I could add hot sauce or a little bit of sriracha. Now for my sandwich, I might do that. Oh, fudge. It's a little busy. I just started good. Relatively quickly. Cheese in there. That's a good bit of pepper. Salt. So before I add other materials, I'm going to pepper, salt, Thailand, cheese, egg, vegetable oil, and a little bit of lime. So far as what we got going. Break the yolks, give a good mix. The base is already there. Just a little bit of garlic, pepper. Tiny bit of paprika. Just a little bit of dill. There's some other spices I could add, but for now, that should be fine. Now, this is hot. I'm going to add the diced materials. By the way, vegetable is a culinary term. That's why some people say, oh, tomato's a fruit. Oh, it's a vegetable. Yeah, it's really a fruit. I mean, but so is bell pepper. Bell pepper is a fruit. Right? So, well, no, sorry. Bell pepper is a pepper. But I think it would still technically, yeah, it's still technically a fruit. It's a fruit and a pepper. Yeah, and that's looking good. But yeah, so vegetable can mean fruits, can mean a lot of things. Now, but it's a culinary term. It's not, you know, it's very arbitrary. But like bell peppers, I mean peppers in general, tomatoes. Yeah, these are fruits. I forget what things like potatoes are called. And then you have herbs, and so you have flowers, grasses, so on and so forth. But the idea of the concept of I'm gonna add a little bit more lime juice. Yeah, the concept of vegetable is just a culinary invention, essentially. Take a look at that. Look at that. Honestly, that should be fun. It should be good as it is. Turn that off. I might give it another good mix because it's still hot in there. And I don't want it to burn. I want it to still stay fresh. I unplug this for a second. Plug in this. Toast bread. Also get that in the container. Put a little bit in for my friend. Hopefully I can find my Chinese container, which are very good for these kinds of, but if they got thrown away, it wasn't me that did it, but if it did get thrown away, container, and hopefully heavens she brings it back. The most profound things you can do for another human being. Oh, I think we're good. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, it smells so good hot. I think she'll like it. It won't be hot by the time she gets it, so hopefully she still likes it. A small portion. If she likes it, I have no issue cooking for her in the future. I don't, however, want to eat a large portion of what I just spent time making a meal over. If it turns out I'm going to get like, I don't like that, I don't like this kind of food, I don't like that, I don't want that. Dude, what bothers me with that is like kids used to be raised when you're like, you eat what you get. And people got soft with it. It's like, oh, but little Billy doesn't like this. There are people starving all over the world, even in the U.S. Here's a little boy doesn't like it. Eat your food and be grateful for it. We got to get back to that mentality. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create bad times. Bad times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. It's a cycle. And I say men, it's really not gender exclusive. It's not gender exclusive. Oh, I need a juice or two now. It's definitely not gender exclusive. Toasting the bread. Some tops. Ouch. Thirsty man. It comes to you. Tiny bit of each. Oh no. That came out really good. Oh, that tastes so good. See, putting a little bit of love in your cooking goes such a long way. Even the little squirts on the bottom and on the top of the line, little details can make all the difference. All the difference. think this one. What's insane is just how catty he can be, and people still love him. It's I love that. Sandwiches too now. Got the 5 close. Should at least essentially equate. For the 5. Close that word today, so I just want it. I might have that all the way to the bed. Not every night is going to be getting it. And once the other quote unquote team of washer comes in, we'll be golden anyway, honestly, because yeah, we'll be golden. This kind of time I did all this, I could have had 2 other shirts washed, so. Yeah, I guess I'll leave you guys.